You wouldn't hear this thing coming, though. The ultimate in jet power. See, the thing is, this plane actually cost me my economics A-level. It did. We were supposed to read The Economist, and every single week Lockheed had an ad in there, and it was always a picture of the SR-71, and I just spent hours and hours staring at it.
There she is.
This is the Lockheed SR-71, the Blackbird, the fastest plane ever made. When I was at school, friends had pictures of Farrah Fawcett on their bedroom walls, and they thought I was a bit strange having pictures of this instead. But I don't think I was. I mean, this thing once got from New York to London in 114 minutes.
There's the speedometer, fuel gauge, acceleration, G units. It doesn't have a speedometer.
It may have been a warplane, but it carried no bombs. It had no gun. Its job was to fly high and fast over enemy territory, taking pictures without the enemy knowing it was there. It was so secret that for 10 years, no one even knew it existed.
I made the very first flight in 1964 in December, right before Christmas, December 22nd. It was really the most secret thing going anywhere. You cannot go down to the bar at night and talk about it or even tell your wife anything about it.
It flew on the freezing edge of space, silently waging the Cold War.
Carry approaching Mach 3. Roger.
But the plane itself was white hot. The metal around the colossal engines became translucent, and as it bashed through the thin air at 2,200 miles an hour, friction made the Blackbird swell by a foot. This meant none of the panels fitted properly, so on the ground, the fuel tanks actually leak. When you come here in the middle of the night and it's quiet and you can hear the Blackbird creaking and you can watch it bleeding, you get the impression that it's alive, that it's organic, and when you touch it, it doesn't feel like it's made of metal. It feels soft and vulnerable, like you could hurt it. But that was the great thing about this plane, because of course you couldn't. In its 35-year life, 1,000 missiles were fired at the SR-71. Not one even got close.
When you're at speed and altitude, remember you're going faster than the muzzle velocity on a rifle. You're protected by the laws of physics. This thing can go anywhere it wants with total impunity.
So if it's so good, why has it been pensioned off? What's it doing in a hangar, gathering dust and leaking? If you want to see what's going on in enemy territory these days, you use a satellite.